It's gone. Rest in peace. But the Tash will be back. Don't you worry about that. So, right, guys, before I get into anything, I know Andy is a very busy man at the moment, and I don't think he's on the call just now, but Andy and Rachel Roberts have just today hit the top of the compensation plan in 21 days. Andy and Rach absolutely smashing this business to pieces. And if you had a guest on the call tonight, to do what these people have done without products being shipped just yet, I like your style, Paul. Just having a glug of the old red while we're chatting about it. Without having the products being able to be shipped around the UK, they've gone and hit the top of the market plan, which is, it's phenomenal. And I've known Andy a long time prior to any business like this. And obviously through that, I've met Rachel and the kids. And I know pretty much all the family anyway, to be honest. And they're just an absolutely powerful, great couple. So nobody deserves it more than them two guys. I'm really pleased for them. I know we've got a lady on the call who is not too far behind, Maria. We need you to get that job done so Raz gets his tattoo, what he's promised us all. So straight into the information, guys. My name's Ben Cockayne. I'm from West Yorkshire. I live in East Yorkshire, but I'm very proud of my roots. I only live in East Yorkshire because of my day job, which is professional rugby, and my beautiful wife, who is just sat making sure that I present correctly this evening, just watching me over my shoulder. So I'm going to tell you tonight about Direct Sellers, a premium wine club, an exclusive premium wine club that is about to be launched in the UK in the next couple of months. I'm going to tell you why I got involved. I'm going to tell you what I see that's going to develop with this company, and I'm going to tell you how you get started, what you need, what it costs, etc. So just before I get into that, I've been involved with this for, it will be 3.5 weeks. I've been involved. Me and my wife are master sellers. We did that in quite a decent time of 6 days. We've had experience in the industry before, so I would say we maybe had a head start on what some people do in terms of knowing what to do, how to speak to people and stuff like that. So we reached the master seller level in 6 days. Very proud to have achieved that. And now we're just trying to help as many people within our group as possible to make some strides forward as well. So I got introduced by Anthony Raspin, a good old friend of mine who I've known probably since around... In fact, I think I got to know Anthony via Andy Roberts somehow in the previous company, which I've only just... Since we've been involved all these last 3 weeks, that's only just really come to my mind, because Anthony and Andy have a mutual friend. That's how they connected, and then that's how we connected. So bizarre how these things works. So yeah, Anthony introduced me. The first time he came to me and said to me, Ben, I've come across something. I would like some advice. That's the route he went down. The old, I need some advice route. Well played, Raz. I always say that. Well played, sir. I'm thinking about joining a network marketing company, but I need your advice. And I said, well, Raz, you know, the network marketing thing is not for me, but I'm happy to help and give out some advice. What can I do for you? He says, well, it's wine. And as soon as he said it's wine, my ears pricked up. Not because I drink a lot of wine, because if I'm totally honest, I don't drink much of it at all. The last couple of Sundays, I have been buying a bottle after my rugby matches and trying to get into it. I've tried a couple of different reds now. I might try a white this week. And I am getting into it, but I'm not a big wine drinker. So first and foremost, understand that you don't have to be a wine expert or connoisseur to be a part of this business, because that is something I certainly am not. But we got into it, and Raz introduced it to me. I said, no, I'm not bothered, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he said wine, bang, ears pricked up. Right, what is it, Raz? Tell me a bit more. So he told me a little bit more. I jumped on a couple of calls like this, listened to some inspirational people, Paul being one of them, who will close this call out for us tonight. And I sat on it for a week. I sat on it for about a week, and me and my wife had numerous discussions. Should we go for it? Should we not? I'd kind of lost my appetite for network marketing. But we said, bugger it, you know, it's wine. I'll tell you a couple of key points what really attracted me to this. It's wine, alcohol. The UK people are very familiar with alcohol. The UK people know how to socialise, how to have fun, how to enjoy alcohol. And on top of that, there was only, at the time I joined, there was less than 100 people in the UK involved. So from a business point of view, that really got me excited, because The first company I was involved in when I first joined, there were 30 to 40,000 members already in that particular company. I went on to still make a 5-figure monthly income. And I never say that to boast or to show off. I say that because the opportunity we've got with this, there's less than 200 people involved at the moment in the UK, and it's alcohol. It's a product that needs zero explanation. People don't say to me, Ben, does it work? Well, if you drink enough of it, it probably will work, and you might have a sore head the next day, I can tell you that much. But, you know, in terms of having to prove results, show and read testimonials, all we need to know about this is, you know, do people enjoy wine? Would they like to potentially get the wine for free? Or would they potentially like to even make some money from it? So on the back of that, that's the strength of it, and that's why we got involved, because we see major potential with this. We're very excited. We're working with a phenomenal group of people, and you know, we're in. We've got 12 business partners personally enrolled, and our group as a whole has grown to about 40, 45 people, something like that, and it's growing every day because it's such a simple conversation for people to have with their friends and family and so on. So a bit about the company. The company's been around as a wine club for 4 years. In April of 2016, so coming up to its 1 year anniversary, in April of 2016, the company decided to change it to a network marketing model. So for you guys that are new to the call, new to this way of doing business, think of it like this. Network marketing is basically marketing a product or a service to your network. So that's your friends, your family, your enemies, if you like, and so on. And the great thing that I like about that is we are so socially connected today because of these things, these mobile phones, what you can do absolutely anything on. You've got your LinkedIn, your Facebook, so on, all the social media platforms. Word of mouth spreads like, you know, better advertising than anything. If you can tell me a better advertising service than word of mouth, and the way that we're connected right now, I want to know about it because there's probably going to be a lot of money in it. So that's what network marketing is in a nutshell. And as I said, the company changed to that model of business in April of last year. And since then, they've gone on to accumulate around 12,000 partners, business partners. That's globally. And again, I quickly go back to my first company. I joined in the UK alone. There was 30 to 40,000 members or partners of that company. In this company, this wine club, there's only 12,000 people approximately worldwide at the moment. So this opportunity to be in something in its infancy is massive. If you can understand that and see that, then, you know, I've no doubt that you'll be joining us on this adventure. In the UK, like I said, less than 200 people. So again, extremely exciting times for us guys that are in amongst it already. The company's got a phenomenal customer program. So when this does officially launch in the UK, it's only going to grow extremely fast. That's the best way I can describe it. We're not going to be able to stop the speed and the growth of it, because not only has it got a great business partner program in terms of revenue share with partners, but the customer program itself is very, very appealing to the regular wine drinker, shall we say, because if a customer introduces 3 more people to this wine club, that customer gets their wine for free moving forward. So provided that customer continues to introduce those 3 people every month and then subscriptions keep going through, that customer gets free wine. So if you're looking at this as a wine drinker and you really enjoy wine, if you can get it for free, of course you're going to be interested in telling other people about it. And like I've already said, word of mouth naturally occurs anyway. When you find a product or a service that you enjoy, what do? You tell people about it. So, you know, this is going to grow quick. I know Paul's trying some of the wines when he was out in Vegas for the launch back in February, and he spoke very highly of them. I've got some guys in America that are now consuming the products, what I've sent there. And one of the guys is even thinking about joining the business on the strength of how good a quality of the wine is. I know Andy Roberts has already got some business partners in America who have been drinking his wine. They've joined the business because the wine is good and they see that there's a potential to earn some income as well. So, you know, all the reports so far are very good. Now, I want to tell you about the options to get started with a business. when I'm talking to prospects or potential new partners about this business, the two general things that I like to get across are how much it's going to cost them to get started and how they can get their investment back. Now, there's two ways which you can start in this business. You can start at a $500 package. That would get you 12 bottles of premium wine. It would get you 40% discount on any wines moving forward, and it would get you 3 years partnership with the company. That's the $500 Premium Wine Lover Elite package. Now, we've got another package, which is just called the Premium Wine Lover package. That's $250. That's going to get you 4 bottles of premium wine, 1 year's partnership with the company, and 20% discount on any future wines moving forward. Now, at this moment in time, there's no product being shipped around the UK because we are in the pre-launch period. The company is preparing to launch into the UK. So until all the compliance, the dotting the I's and crossing the T's has been put to bed and finished, the wine cannot be shipped. So you've heard me say already, we ship the wine to our friends or family members in America. If you don't have any contacts there, don't worry. Somebody within this group of people will be able to put you onto a contact in America. So the $250 package is what we're coming in at in the UK. So how do you get your money back? How do you get your investment back? Well, first and foremost, $250 to start what's going to be a global business, in my opinion, it's way more than a bargain. You know, it's insane that you can join a global business, a global wine club, and get paid from the revenue shares for only $250. I would have probably paid $1,000 plus to get involved with this business because of the potential that I see with it. But $250, how do you get your money back? Okay, so if you introduce 2 business partners to this business to partner up with direct sellers, the company is going to pay you a 50% commission on the package that they enroll at. So, you know, if I was to introduce Paul to the business, Paul joined at the $500 package, I would get a $250 commission. If Paul would join at the $250 package, I would get a $125 commission. So like I said, if you're looking at this from the UK, at the moment, just to be as cost efficient as we can, we're only enrolling at the $250 package. So to get that money back, you would need to find 2 partners. I'm sure we can all find 2 people that like wine and or making money. So that's how you make your money back. Now, you don't stop at those 2. You can keep introducing and introducing and introducing. And the more people you introduce, you will get that fast start commission paid to you every single time. So if you introduce somebody at the 500 package, you get your 250. If you introduce somebody at the 250, you get your 125 in commissions. I'm just going to quickly show you the back office, not the back office, sorry, a little bit of the compensation plan, what I always like to share, just so you've got a visual. Because the second part, what I want to talk to you about, how we get paid, is called the Dual Team. So this is the fast start, what I've just told you about. Every time you introduce somebody, you're going to get a commission of 125 or 250, depending on the package that they join. So the Dual Team, this is called a binary system, the Dual Team. So when you this is only the second way we get paid, by the way. There's another 4, which I'm not going to go into tonight. You can speak to the person that invited you to call about that. But the Dual Team, this is how it works. You will build, effectively, you're going to build 2 sales teams. So with those 2 people you introduce first, one of those people will go on your left sales team. One of them will be the first person on your right sales team. So you've got a right leg and a left leg of business. Now those legs of business will continue to grow. I'll give you an example. My left leg now has got Andy Roberts in there and his gang, and there must be 30 people in that leg of business. On my right leg, there's probably about 15 people in that right leg of business. So I'm getting paid on the least performing leg. So let's just use this diagram as an example. This week, the right sales team has produced $4,000 in sales volume, $4,000 in business. The left-hand sales team has produced $5,000 in sales volume. So I'm going to get paid on the least performing leg, which would be $4,000 in sales volume. This part of the compensation plan will pay me a maximum of 20% in commissions on that least performing leg of business. This is going to pay you through infinity deep. So as big as this Christmas tree kind of picture you see here going on, as deep down as that goes, is as deep down as you're going to get paid. So there's no limits on how many levels deep you will get paid on this part of the compensation plan. So, that's going to pay you through infinity. You're going to get paid on your least performing leg. The only negative thing about this dual team part of the compensation plan is, unfortunately, it's capped at 25 grand a week. 25 grand a week. So you can only make 25 grand a week on this part of the compensation plan, which, I'm sure we could all get by on if we really tried. So that's the dual team part of the compensation plan. I'm not going to tell you about the third and fourth ways because they get a little bit more detailed, and you would need to sit and have a conversation with the person that invited you to this about that so you could understand it more. So that's how we get paid. So far I've covered how you get started, how you get paid, which is mainly what you would like to know when you're joining a call like this. And I just want to quickly tell you before I pass over to Paul that I've been involved in this kind of business model for the last 5 years now. 2012 was my first experience. Had no idea what I was doing. Went on to make a fantastic income, more than I've ever made from professional sport. And over the years, I decided, right, there's something in this kind of business model. I need to look into it more. So now I am a bit more clued up on the way of doing business, the way of working the businesses. I do a lot of reading, a lot of listening and stuff like that. So I have personally developed over the last 5 years. And when I saw this opportunity to get involved with this, like I said, at first, I wasn't looking for anything. I more or less told Raz to go away when he first exposed me to it. But when he said wine, I just had to take a look. And I'm so glad that I took a look, because I can't see anything but huge success with this company moving forward over the next 18, 24, 36 months. It's going to be absolutely huge, and it's going to go global. It's not just going to be in the UK and America. There's already talks of Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Asia, Mexico. All these countries are being touted for. So, we've got opportunity to build a global business, all for the small investment of $250 or $500. So to me, that was a no-brainer. We're already having great success. We're meeting brand new people. And the other great thing that I like about this business model is, if you're not helping somebody else win, then you're not going to win. That's just how it is. If you're not helping somebody else succeed, you are not going to succeed. So it's a big team game. Everybody's in it to help each other, and everybody's success depends on each other's success. So, Paul, on that note, I've finished speaking for tonight. Right over to you, mate. Sorry, before I do introduce Paul, I should make everybody aware, if you don't know him already, Paul is a master seller in the company. He's got a team of around 200 people, absolutely smashing this thing to pieces. And without Paul's help, I know that myself and Claire and other members of our group wouldn't be in the position that we're in today. So over to you, Paul. Thanks again for the opportunity to speak, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, Ben. Good evening, everybody. Friday evening, we got 27 people on. So first of all, appreciate everyone taking your time out on a Friday night. I would say there's probably much better things that we should have been doing, but I'd be lying to myself, because this, as Ben's just said, this will be one hell of a journey for anyone that does decide to get involved with us. Now, I've been involved for about 3 months. I got a call back in December from my upline that told me about the opportunity, that told me about direct sellers that was coming to the UK. We didn't know when it was going to launch back then. In our heads, in our minds, it was going to be the third quarter of 2017. So we had the whole of this year to sit, watch, wait, listen, and to decide what we wanted to do and come up with a game plan. And the reason that I got in, there's a few reasons why I got in. A couple of years ago, now I'm not a networker before I continue, so don't think that you're listening to a professional networker that does this full time, that spends every hour on a computer making phone calls and doing whatever else. My background's fitness. I work in the fitness industry. I run a gym. I've been doing it for 12 years. And I've built my business working in the evenings. Very rarely do I get time during the day to do anything. So I built my business in the evening throughout January, making phone calls. And I was lucky enough to hit the top of the comp plan in the first 4 weeks. Now, as Ben said, he's done that in 6 days. Andy Roberts and his wife Rachel have done that in 3 weeks. So again, ditto to what Ben said. Congratulations to you guys on hitting the top of the comp plan, becoming only the 7th people in the whole of the country to do this. So I unlike Ben, I do like my wine. I'm very passionate about my wine, and I've grown into wine and grown out of beer, and I'd much prefer now to go out for a nice meal and have a nice glass of wine than to go down the pub with the lads and wake up in the following morning feeling like hell. And a couple of years ago, when I was involved with my first networking company, I always had a dream or a vision, or when times were tough, I turned around to a group of people and said, can you imagine like how different this would be and how easier life would be if there was a network marketing company that come about that did wine? And when my upline, Shayo, who's on the call tonight, she sent me a message, and she asked me, like, what now is probably, well, it's such a powerful question. She said to me, can I ask you a question? Do you drink wine? And I said to her, I've got a glass of wine in my hand right now. You know, talk to me, what's going on? And we got on the phone. As I said, she talked to me about this opportunity, and it blew me away, because I then had these thoughts in my head that I had a few years ago, that network marketing does wine. And I know how many people drink wine. I know how many people need more money. I know how many people want more money. And I also knew then how big the network marketing industry was. Now, before I got into it, I'll be completely honest with you, I didn't even know network marketing existed. I just got up, went to work, come home, went to bed. And that was the life that I lived. But since getting involved with network marketing, I could see how much of a dog-eat-dog industry it was. And as soon as I got involved, and as soon as I had some success with my first company, I used to get messages all the time on various platforms of social media of people chucking themselves in at the deep end, sending me links, telling me to watch these videos, throwing me these opportunities. And I didn't look at anything, but as I said, the reason that I got involved with this is because I saw the product, wine. There was little or no resistance. And one of the main reasons that I got in, probably the number one reason that I got in, there's a guy involved that you're hopefully, and we'll confirm this later on tonight or early tomorrow morning, hopefully get to hear tomorrow night, a guy that goes by the name of Jefferson Green. Now, he was in a previous company, and when I was in that first company, there was already 3.5 million people in this company before I joined, yet I was still lucky enough to retire myself from full-time employment within 12 months. But this guy was the top producer for 7 consecutive months going. Every single day, all I saw on his page was, please welcome, please welcome, please welcome, please welcome. So he knew what he was doing, and he had a system in place that worked. And as soon as I found out that he was involved with this, and as soon as I found out that the product was wine, I was in. So I got involved. I didn't really do too much until the turn of the year. So I took the rest of December off, really, with regards to networking, and not too much happens in the fitness industry over Christmas. And then January, I started talking to a few people. Now, as I said, my initial thought on this was just to build a team of maybe 5 to 10 people. And then when the UK launches and we've got products in our hands, then we can go hell for leather with it. But what's happened over the last 90 days, 3 months or so, has been something that I've never ever witnessed or never ever seen before. And as Ben said, I've somehow managed to build a team of just under 200 people by going out and sharing this opportunity. I've now got teams that we're just about to launch in Australia, in Canada, in the US, in Spain. I've got a guy looking at it from the Ukraine. God knows why he wants to get involved at the moment, because I don't even know if Ukraine will ever launch, but he's involved with it. And we've got a huge organisation in the UK. Now, when I say huge, I say about 150. Now, bearing in mind when I got in, I was number 16, number 17 in the UK. So those numbers in the last 3 months have grown. Now, what I want to tell you, and I talked about this on our team call last night, and I put it on my page last night as well. I worked out that if every single month between now and December, if every single person in that team right now bought in one person a month, not a week, a month. If every person bought one person in a month, and then the following month, that team that has grown to double, done the same thing, and every single month thereafter until December, on the 31st of December, that team that I've got at the moment of just under 200 people would be just shy of 94,000 people. Now, when I worked that out, it blew my mind. But when I brought it back and I realised that it only means that one person joined with each individual per month, it's statistics that I know will happen. Now, bearing in mind, Ben brought 9 people in 6 days. Andy and Rachel have brought 9 people in 3 weeks. We're talking here about one person per month. Now, we had a call with Jefferson the other day, and this is another thing that he said to us. If you join yourself on week 1, and in your first 7 days, you aim to bring 2 people in. That's it. You bring 2 people in your first 7 days. So everybody knows at least 2 people that either drink wine, that want more money, that need more money, or have had some form of networking experience. If in your first 7 days you go out and recruit 2 people, you've achieved that target. In your second week, if you work with those 2 people that go out and they get 2 people, and he drew this out for us for 10 weeks. In 10 weeks, your team will go from 0 to just over 2,000. Now, as Ben touched on that compensation plan, you get paid 50% off of every single person that signs up. So this is the strongest compensation plan that you'll ever see at the moment, at present, in the world. There's nowhere that gives you a 50% fast start bonus. A company that I was involved with for a very, very short space of time before I'd done this, you had to get 10 people in just to make your investment back. With this one, it's 2. Or if you get someone in on the 499 kit, it's 1. Okay, so you can get 50% fast start bonus off of every single person that you join. Now, another way that you can get paid is on the binary system. You get 2 people in, you've made your money back, and you've then become dual team qualified, which means you qualify for every single bonus that we've got out there. You also get 6% paid on your weaker leg. So if you've got a team that's, as Ben said, team that's got, say, 5,000 points and 4,000 points, then you get 6% off that 4,000 points every single week. Now, once you've got 9 in, that figure goes from 6 to 20%. So let's fast forward from now until the end of the year, that 31st of December, when we've got a team of combined of just shy of that 95,000 people. Start to think about how much that points volume would look like, and start to think about what you could earn per week, even if it's 6%. Okay, let's take that 96. Let's say those 96,000 is completely split down the middle. So that's 48,000 people in one side and 48,000 people in the other side. Even if you've just brought in 2 people yourself, you earn 6% of 48,000 people every single week. So this is where positioning comes into play. This is where once you get it, you get it. Don't wait. Okay. So I was lucky enough to go out to Vegas 4 weeks ago. I was lucky enough to be let to go out to Vegas in 4 weeks' time by my fiance. We're getting married 5 weeks today. We bought a house in October last year that looked like an absolute shit pit when we bought it. We've had to spend a hell of a lot of money, not only doing the house up, but also paying for the wedding. Money was very tight for us, but we saw this opportunity as something that could not only change our lives, but it could change the lives of hundreds, if not thousands of people moving forward. So I got the money together. I flew out to Vegas. I got to meet the founders. I got to listen to what these 4 incredible individuals had to say about direct sellers. Now, these 4 guys have all made 7 or 8 figures in their own conventional businesses in previous pastimes. They've now partnered together to set up this company called Direct Sellers. They've got a guy involved called Kevin Thompson. He's arguably the world's #1 attorney for MLM. He spoke on stage and he said, for a company that's less than a year old, their compliance is watertight. He said they're one of the best in the business, and he can see these becoming a huge, huge success. At the time, our retention rate was 94%. So again, with regards to network marketing companies out there, and for those of you that have done network marketing before, 94% retention is unheard of. For those of you that are on the call, whether you're in already or you're looking at this for the first time, there's a guy involved called Jerry Greenfield. He's known as the Wine Whisperer. He's our director of wine. What he doesn't know about wine is not worth talking to him about. He's got 30 years plus of experience in the wine industry. Every Wednesday, he does recordings of educational tips and tricks about wine. You can get YouTube videos of him. There's tutorials. There's all sorts of stuff out there. So if you know people that own wine shops, that own vineyards, that have been into wine, that are wine connoisseurs, then these are the conversations that you can have with them, because they'll be able to relate to what Jerry Greenfield's talking about. On top of that, we've got the product. As Ben said, it's wine. Who doesn't want to get paid for drinking wine? As Ben said, he doesn't drink wine. The first time he did, he had a hangover from hell the following day. But we've got the opportunity now not only to get wine for free, but also to make an income on it. Now, at the beginning of each year, I set myself out five to 8 personal goals and 5 to 8 business goals. One of my business goals of 2017 was to help 2 families create a 6-figure income from home. Now, I've never done that before myself. Unlike Ben and unlike Andy and some of the other guys on the call that have had huge success in this industry before, yes, I retired myself from full-time employment within 12 months, but I've never hit that dizzy height. I came close to it last year, but one of my goals for this year was to help at least 2 families create a 6-figure income from home. Over the last week or so, I've had a real, wake-up call. I've had a few powerful moments that have really hit me hard, and I've changed that goal now. And going forward, I want to help between 6 and 10 families create a 6-figure income from home. Now, I know it's not all about big figures, but if I can help 6 to 10 families create a 6-figure income from home, then how many families are we going to help create an additional income, whether it be $200 or $500 a month? You look at a single family out there, and now everyone's got friends that know people that are going through hardship, that are struggling to bring up their kids on their own, that are struggling to pay the mortgage. If we can help hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people like that relieve a bit of stress, if we can bring mum home from work, whether it be on a part-time or full-time basis, if we can help families create that additional income and help them pay for their mortgage, if we can help people gain some time or financial freedom, then we've done what we need to do, okay? The word why in the fitness industry means so much. When people ask me a question, I ask them why, and I go into detail, but why, but why, but why, but why? If your why is strong enough, nothing else will matter, and you will not let anything get in your way of doing this. Now, I'm up at 5 every morning. I very rarely go to bed before midnight most nights. I do that because I need to. I do that because I want the team to win. Now, there's no I in the word team, but when we play together, everybody wins. And what we've got right now is such a strong, tight-knit unit that I believe is unbreakable. The numbers that we've got at the moment are going to be tiny in comparison to what we've got in the next 6 months. You take that 150 people that we've currently got in the UK, triple it, quadruple it, times 10. This will become the biggest, the fastest growing, and the most exciting opportunity that we've ever got our hands on. Now, if you're looking for this for the first time, I strongly advise you to go back to the person that invited you onto this call, to get every single question that you've got written down answered. And if there's only one thing that's stopping you from getting in, get the answer to it. Because myself, Ben, Anthony, Andy, Maria, Crystal, Shayo, every single person that's on this call that's already on this opportunity at the moment, from tomorrow, April the 1st, we're going to roll our sleeves up and we're going to start hitting this with such a pace that the country won't know what's going on. If you've got people in Australia, we start opportunity calls on Monday morning. If you've got people in Canada, we start opportunity calls next week with times to be confirmed. If you've got people in America, we do opportunity calls every single night. If you've got people in the UK, myself and Ben host these calls 6 nights a week. Okay, so wherever you've got people, plug them into the system. We don't need to do these calls, but we want to. We feel that we need to because this opportunity is so big. Very rarely in life do we get a chance where we can get hold of it with both hands, where we can get involved with something that's so new, but we can benefit so greatly by doing it. So, as I said, all I advise you to do is please go back to the person that invited you onto this call, get those questions answered, because the next 6 to 8 months, 6 to 12 months going forward is going to be one hell of a journey. Ben, with that, I'm going to pass it back over to you, mate, to close out.
Well, I don't think there's anything else to say, matey. We've covered everything. We've shared the vision. We've shared the information. So, you know, there's nothing else really to say. Like Paul said, whatever you need answering to help you make a decision, speak to the person that invited you to the call and get your questions answered. Because, again, I don't want to sound rude, but with or without you, this thing is going to move forward. You know, we'd love everybody to be a part of it. I've had my great friends have told me, nah, it's not for me, it's rubbish, blah, blah, blah. You can only ask people and invite people, and they make the decisions themselves. Based on this information, every time I listen to it and listen to Paul speak and the other leaders speak, like somebody's already said in the comments here, I could sign up again, because the opportunity is that exciting for me. So that's all we've got to say for tonight, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great glass of wine, and RIP the Tash. We'll see you all next time. Take care, guys.